side. Does it look better?
It looked further back, but it's kind of hard to see the rocks. You can see them, but you know.
Not good enough?
Hey, you could recognize them.
I know, but does it look natural?
Yeah.
Like how we see in a natural river? When we come out, I don't want to go back in here.
Hey, watch out, watch out.
So I finally decided to add more rocks to this aquarium. For the longest, I only had rocks over there, and that's because I just didn't have enough. So today I went to the riverbed, picked up some rocks, cleaned them up, and we put them in this tank. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy when it comes to the scape of this aquarium, mainly because this tank is meant to display these fish. They're going to get big, and they're going to be the main show of the tank. With my aquariums, I like to try to make a little natural scene with the scape, but I'm not going to do that in this aquarium, especially because these fish do get big, and the larger they get, the more hazardous these things will be. This Oscar right here actually has a little cut on his head. It's on the other side of his head. But yeah, that's probably because he ran into one of these pieces of wood. And yeah, as these fish grow older, it does become hazardous, so eventually I will take this stuff out. I just wanted to put these rocks on the bottom today because this pike, this is a female Crinincicla lenticulata right down there. This tank, this is the glass, and there's like another 12 inches lower. That's her. She's very aggressive, especially towards this bottom and towards the bottom dwellers, like my catfish. I have a 4-line pick this catfish right there. I have 2 of them in this aquarium, and I also have an Inlacheri bitcher down here. And she terrorizes them. So I want to put these rocks in here, and now they could go behind those rocks, and they'll be out of sight, and hopefully they'll just find a little bit relief. So yeah, that was the latest adventure. I probably won't have to go into this aquarium for a couple of months until it looks like these decorations are getting hazardous once these fish get big. But like I said, I do believe I have a couple of months, if not a couple of years, of this stuff being here. From there, today I'm actually going to do a feed. I'll do feedings every day, of course, but today I'm going to feed tilapia to these guys. I'm building up a routine. I feed tilapia and shrimp. Tilapia twice a week, shrimp once a week, and the rest they get dried pellets. And yesterday they only got pellets, so they definitely are anticipating something better today. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and give them a quick feeding. So not all the fish in this tank like raw foods, so I got to feed prepared for like this for my Oscar, my male jaguar, the pierceye, the flagtail. They eat those harder foods. And then I have sinking foods for the catfish, and the pike likes the sinking foods. The menses, he eats it as well. But you see this fish waiting for something? It's waiting for the tilapia. So I just... like that. That was the menses grabbed it. Jaguar just got that. Put that in there. Jaguar. And this is the mono, he doesn't want it. That one piece got in the corner, you see the catfish. He has that piece. They're acting pretty shy, I guess, because today I actually got in the aquarium. They're still not over that. And I'm not going to overdo it. I fed them earlier, and usually I only feed them once a day. So I guess they're not really in that much of a eating mood. So I come over here. We have another little piece, and we have Anonymous. He sees it in the reflection, but he doesn't see it in a tank. And then he has it. So yeah, that was a tilapia feeding for today, and they won't get any raw foods for another 3 days or so. And I'm just trying to balance it out. Besides that, in this aquarium we have a few concerns. Mainly this peacock bass over here, another mono. This one is about, I'd say, 7 inches. There's a decent height as well. It's about maybe 2 inches tall, and it's starting to eye out these convicts, these female convicts especially, because you know the females, they're like small. This one right here is like maybe 2 inches. And he's starting to stalk them, so I gotta figure out what to do with him. I don't think he's quite ready for this aquarium because these guys, especially these peacock bass, they are extremely aggressive towards other species. So I'm not sure if he's big enough yet, so I gotta eventually figure out what to do with him. I know it's best to add multiple fish into an existing aquarium at the same time so that the aggression can be distributed between all the new fish. So I'm trying to wait it out. I want him, the female Dovi who's back there, she's also about the same size as him. And then I have my Azul back there. He's about 5 inches. If I can add them all to this thing at the same time, that's going to be great because it's definitely going to help balance out that aggression. I know by now you're trying to figure out what is this light. This is just experimental. We have some grow lights and we have some floating rafts. Just seeing if I could get some aquaponics growing in there. I took out my K1 media and I changed it up for these bio blocks on the bottom. So now we have 80 of those bio blocks. We have 2 other blocks that are meant for holding beneficial bacteria. And then eventually I'm going to see if I could grow some things in there, but I have videos on that eventually once I start getting progress. But this has only been up for 2 days. So that's still, like I said, an experiment. And right here was another experiment. This one is a failed experiment. This 20 gallon has to go in the garbage. I was trying to make this the upgrade for my gourami aquarium. Because this thing was just sitting here for months and I wasn't doing anything with it, so I tried to take off the above rim just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And I ended up cracking it. You can kind of see right there in the middle, it's split right in the center. I'm not sure when it happened, but that was crazy. I am going to try to do it again the next $1 per gallon sale, but next time I'm going to work with a 20 long, and I'm definitely going to be a lot more patient. And then my Paradise Gourami, who's currently in a 5 gallon aquarium, will get a nice 20 gallon tank, and it definitely will be awesome. And then last thing I want to talk about is just, once again, the algae in this aquarium. That was my last topic on my last video, and the algae is just ridiculous. So you can see right here some of the pieces of wood chipped off, and that's because some of the fish actually enjoy eating the algae, but they end up plucking up the actual bark from the wood. I saw my black belt cichlid, you know, he's a Vieja, they naturally are vegetarians, so he was going at it. The tinfoil barbs, they like to go at it, which I guess is a good thing. I just hope they don't tear too much of the wood up. But I went and I caught my pleco out of my 210. I definitely thought it was going to be hard. I started doing a water change on this tank. Today is Tuesday. I do water changes on my 210, and I have a adult bristlenose pleco that like to live on this piece of wood, as I showed you in that last video. He likes to stay on this piece of wood. I didn't want to mess up my setup, but I was like, let me go ahead and see if I could lift the wood and get him to go directly into the net, and it definitely was an easy catch. Look at this guy. Now he's, I'd say maybe 4.5 inches, but he's nice and thick. He's nice and wide, so he's not going to be eaten by the fish in my 350 gallon aquarium on top of it. But it ended up being pretty easy. I was able to get him out of his hideout, and here he is in here a week later, and he's in there. He's chilling in this spot. He claimed this as his, oh, he's in there with the Raphael, and it looks like the Raphael actually chased him away. But yeah, they're in this little section together, and I'm hoping that he can make somewhat of a difference, because the algae in this aquarium is definitely dominating. So yeah, everyone, no real topic for this video, just a couple of updates, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one.